Hey guys, so I just got back from another double feature at the theaters. Very, very tired, and it's late at night. It's like midnight right now. So let's delve right into these. First movie I saw was the new remake of Black Christmas. Uh, the if you don't know what Black Christmas is, there's a lot of people who seem like to not know that this is a remake. I was like, yeah, it's a remake. It's a pretty famous horror movie from the 70s. And some people mistake that it's a remake of the 2006 movie. I'm like, no, the 2006 movie was a remake of a 1970 movie, and this is a remake of another remake of the 1970 movie. You got that? Basically, some people are really fucking confused. I even had one person thought, "Oh, is that the movie with WWE wrestler Kane?" I'm like, "What?" I was like, "No, that's See No Evil." Like, "Oh yeah." I'm like, "How do you mix those two up?" Like, I was like, I don't know. This is a conversation I've been having the last couple of days regarding this movie. When I saw the trailers first, I was like, whatever. Basically, my reaction is like, whatever. From the trailers, you can tell this was a very loose remake of the original 1974 movie. If I've ever seen one, I mean, I've never actually seen the remake, and I've only seen bits of the original, but I have seen some of the original. But from what I could see, the remake that came out in 2006 was more of a remake than this looked like it was going to be. So this was like its own whole different kind of thing, from what I could tell from the trailers. And it just happened to have the name Black Christmas on it. That's pretty much all I got out of it. Like that from the trailers, that basically it was a remake in the name alone, and that's about it. So I was like, yeah, whatever, horror movie, Friday the 13th, they were promoting it, and I'd see a lot of advertisements online for it, and I'm like, it probably will be alright. And I was like, yeah, I'm all for, like, old school slasher, or hard R slasher movie, bloody, gory. Oh, wait, what's that? It's PG-13? What? I didn't find out until a couple days ago that it was going to be PG-13, and I was like, oh no. I was like, this should be a warning fucking sign right off the bat for me. I'm like, you're remaking one of the most pretty gory 70s slasher flick, and it's a pretty hard R, and it's gonna be PG-13. Oh boy, that's pretty much all I can say. It's like, oh boy. And I'd heard some people already tell me that this movie was really fucking bad. They didn't tell me why, but they were like, this movie's really fucking bad. I was like, it can't be that bad. The trailers don't look that bad. Alright. I'm gonna say this right off the fucking bat. There are people that might get pissed off of what I'm about to say about this movie, so I'm just forewarning you now. Fair warning. This is a fair fucking warning. I hated this movie. I fucking hated this movie. Almost more than anything I've seen this year. This movie was fucking awful. It was. I should have stayed home. I was like, I should have listened to people. Like, I didn't believe that this movie would be as bad as it was, even if it had the PG-13 rating. I'm like, it can't. I mean, movies like Happy Death Day and Happy Death Day to You were PG-13 movies, and they were really good. So they were PG-13 slasher movies, and they were fucking good. No, this movie's fucking awful. This is really fucking awful. This movie has some of the most unlikable main characters I've seen in a film in a goddamn long horror film in a long goddamn time. I hated these characters so goddamn much. Every bit of this movie, as you can tell from the trailers, is and this is where I'm gonna get a lot of crap, but I don't fucking care. Bring it. I'm saying fucking bring it. I don't care if anybody calls me a fucking sexist. I'm not, trust me, I'm not trying to be a sexist, but I'm just pointing some shit out, alright? This movie, you can tell from the trailers that this is a movie that's like a female empowerment slasher flick. Okay, I was like, okay, that's fine. Maybe it's a new take on a slasher flick. You don't usually see many of these, but whatever. Fuck it, why not? Not too many anyways, but more and more nowadays you gotta do, but not as much. But this movie is all the characters' dialogues in this fucking movie are nothing but ham-fisted, beat you over the head, feminist propaganda bullshit where it's nothing but dialogue about how men are evil and women should not take any more of the men's shit, and that's basically all of their fucking dialogue in this movie. There's just them protesting. There's the one girl, the black girl, is protesting Carrie Elways because he's a professor that she just likes to protest for the fucking sake of protesting anything. She's a fucking social justice warrior snowflake that you see in a stereotypical social justice warrior snowflake that you see in a fucking college nowadays, who gets offended by everything. And some people, there are points in this movie, the most likable characters are the ones that point out this shit to her, and then she gets all fucking offended, and you're supposed to be offended, but I'm rooting for the fucking characters. Then she is obnoxious, she is fucking unlikable. The main girl who, Mojin Boots, for how to say her name is, Mojin Boots, she's just a bland, nothing character who... She does have a story arc, and, I understand, this movie's trying to, trying to have a message about, the Me Too... It's basically a Me Too slasher film, not a very good one, but, because she is a character in this movie who was raped by a sorority, member of a sorority, who was no one believed her. And I know shit like that happens in real life. And you can deal with topics like this very well in movies, but this movie doesn't. It's fucking heavy-handed, ham-fisted, fucking pretentious as shit. And it just beats you over the fucking skull until you can't fucking take it anymore. The dialogue in this movie is just fucking awful. And like I said, the black girl who's her friend, who's just protesting shit for no fucking reason. Carrie Elways, she doesn't like him because... I don't remember all of it, but I remember one of the parts where she was talking about he makes us read classic literature that is not my kind of literature. Okay, so fuck you. I had to read stuff like Lolita. I've read some weird ass shit in college, yeah. But it's called classic literature. You know what the fuck you're getting into. Shut the fuck up. You're like, oh, the guy who founded this college was a racist asshole. You still went to this college, didn't you? Didn't you? You chose to go to school, didn't you? Didn't you? You probably knew all about this. And, if you didn't, well, what the fuck? Whatever. So, I hate this. I hated every fucking character. And just to drill home the fact that, all men are evil. Every single fucking male character in this movie is an asshole, evil, don't believe them, or is in the one case just a dweeb, who is her boyfriend, or the one girl's boyfriend. I'm all for the message it was trying to go for in this movie. Don't get me wrong. I'm all for making a revenge movie for sake of a feminist empowerment movie. I'm not against that whatsoever. This is just done horribly and written horribly, and just was not like, these are horribly written characters. People don't talk like this. Normal people don't talk like this unless they're just fucking assholes. I fucking hated this movie so fucking much. And just taking out the whole feminist thing, that's not the main reason I didn't like this movie. It had a lot to do with it, like just how heavy-handed this fucking movie was, and just as far as its feminist propaganda bullshit. But what also, if you take that out, is it a good slasher movie? Fuck no, it isn't. It's not at all. If it would have been at least a decent slasher movie, I'd been like, okay, it was fine for what it is. I like stuff like Sorority Row. I remember liking that decent. That was shitty, but it had some decent kills in that movie. Not this fucking movie. There's no blood. I'll get that. There is blood, but I'll get that in a fucking second. There's every time somebody gets killed, either cuts away before they get killed, or when they show the aftermath, what happened to the person, they cut away before you actually fucking see him. It's like, why the fuck are you making a slasher movie if you're not gonna at least try to put some fucking effort into kills? That was the whole point of a slasher movie. At least Happy Death Day, there were some pretty inventive kills. And yeah, they didn't show much blood at all, or they cut away from shit, but they came up with some creative ways to work around that. This just is fucking lazy and just boring. It's just, and like there's like callbacks. There's like one callback where a character gets like suffocated by like plastic wrap. That's about as much of a fucking callback to the original, other than like that they're sorority sisters being attacked. That's about fucking it. It's like I said, this is a remake in name alone. That's fucking it. And like, it's a terrible slasher movie. Like, anyway, the fucking blood. Listen to this shit. So in order to be a PG-13 and show a little bit blood, they find a way to, like, every time they kill a character or like a villain in this movie, they pull a mask off and there's like a little bit blood. It's black blood. And they explain that it's some weird ritual that they're being possessed by a spirit and it causes them to bleed black blood. I'm like, oh, fuck you. If you don't know, like, anytime you get like a R-rated movie and there's like, they want to show a bloody scene in a trailer, they always make the blood black so they can put it in the trailer. Well, they just did that for the whole fucking movie. Man, it's like, that is just fucking awful. Like, this movie is so dumb. Like, the plot of this movie is really dumb. And you can the trailer pretty much shows the whole fucking movie. It shows like the final fight of this movie. Pretty much everything that you see in the trailer, like Carrie Elway's, guess what, is a fucking bad guy, as I call it in the trailer. And yeah, it's just a dead giveaway. I mean, he's acting evil as he is. I mean, you can tell he's just sinister and menacing. And like, it is Carrie Elway's. I do love Carrie Elway's. But, fuck it, there's no subtlety whatsoever to his fucking character whatsoever. I hated this movie, man. This movie was awful. This movie is fucking awful. Like, how is this, like, getting, like, 40% on Rotten? This should be at, like, 0. This is awful. Like, it's like people are, like, afraid to... I think, like, critics nowadays are, like, afraid to say the movie's awful. Especially if it's, like, has, like, a kind of a female, all-female cast, because if they do, they'll be called sexist. I'm not gonna fucking beat around the bush. This movie fucking was awful. Not, like I said, I understand the message it was trying to portray. You could make a movie about Me Too, the Me Too movement, make a slasher movie. That would be cool. You can do that really well. Just not the way this movie did it. It's fucking awful. And like I said, I realized that, the topics this movie is talking about, of like rape on college campuses and stuff like that is a real fucking thing. It's a real problem. I'm not saying that it isn't. It's just this movie is not a movie that really represents this fucking thing whatsoever. It's God. I was watching a review where somebody was saying that fucking Queen and Slim is very heavy-handed and very pretentious. This movie fucking pretentious and heavy-handed more than fucking Queen and Slim was. Fuck that shit. I like Queen and Slim. This was... God damn, this makes Queen and Slim look fucking... Looks like fucking subtle as a fucking heart attack. Man, I really hated this movie. Trailers. Fucking don't go see it, by the way. If you didn't figure it out, don't go fucking see it. Antlers. This is a full trailer I got for this. It's a movie about Carrie Russell is a teacher who one of her students is like really fucking disturbed and like is being haunted by a monster. It's killing everybody in his town or something like that. It's directed by Scott Cooper, the guy who did Crazy Heart and what was the other fucking movie? I forget what the hell that other movie was called that he did, but he's a pretty decent director, and I'm like, he's making a horror movie. All right, that's kind of cool. It's like some weird ancient monster that's killing people in this town. The son, this little boy is like feeding them to him, I guess. I don't know. It looks pretty. Guillermo del Toro is producing, which a lot of people were like, ooh. I'm sure a lot of people will cream their pants for that, but he's produced a lot of movies. Not every one of those have been good. I love Guillermo del Toro, don't get me wrong. That's just like not every. Just because his name's on the producing credit does not mean it's gonna always be good. But it does look pretty promising. And then I got a 20-second teaser for A Quiet Place Part 2. I knew this was coming because I was spoiled that this trailer was in front of it. If you want to know what the teaser is, it's Emily Blunt and her two kids walking, and they still, just because you know the setup of the first one, it makes the 20-second clip that you get pretty fucking intense. Because you're like, is she gonna step on a twig? Oh no! Like, it still makes it intense as shit. I fucking love A Quiet Place. I can't wait for A Quiet Place Part 2. I want to see where to go with it. Krasinski's directing again, and alright. Obviously he's not in this one because of what happened in the first one, spoiler alert. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Quiet Place Part 2, man. But it was not really much of a trailer. It just was a 20-second clip, basically, of them walking in the woods. That's it. So that's as far as trailers go. I got one more review to do, and I'll talk to you guys later.